Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Chris here once again. This time I'm talking about Justice League. I saw it earlier, and these are my thoughts on the Justice League movie that just came out. The Justice League is a long-awaited movie. All the DC superheroes, like the Flash, you got Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Cyborg. So I finally watched it with my nephew today, and it was okay. It wasn't like the best movie. I mean, it was okay. I think it was slightly better than Batman vs Superman. Yeah, I don't want to say any spoilers, but I do think, like right before I even watched this movie, I already thought that the Flash, um, they could have got the Flash from the TV show to play the Flash. That actor, they got some unknown actor. And what I really didn't like about the Flash is that in this movie, in Justice League, um, I'm not saying any story spoilers, but I'm just gonna talk about some of the characters. Like the Flash is, they made him look really like wimpy, like he's like really a puss, like he's really. It didn't really make him like a confident character, It was more like, oh well, he's always like doubting himself. He's always like trying to be funny, but he really comes off as a kind of a pussy, like a puss. And out of everybody in the Justice League, he's the most pussified character in there. And I thought, the Flash is more manly than what they made him out to be in this movie. Um, so yeah, right off the bat, I didn't like the Flash. I mean, but they did give him some cool animation and everything. But yeah, I wasn't really, happy with him, with that character or the actor. Um, let's see. Now talking about I already was telling my friends that Ben Affleck as Batman is definitely, definitely not a good choice. It wasn't a good choice in Batman versus Superman. I don't know why they keep casting him as Batman. I mean, just why don't you just bring Christian Bale back, as Batman? I mean, he's a better Batman in my opinion than motherfucking Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck doesn't even need to do Batman. He can do like other fucking movies, man. And he's kind of decent in anything else he does. But leave Batman alone. I mean, nobody cares if you leave Batman alone. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we just want a good actor to play Batman. Ben Affleck's Batman is shit, and I'm gonna say this no matter what anybody thinks. This is just my opinions, my thoughts. Alright, so you got Henry Cavill as Superman. He's okay. I mean, not really much acting. Like his role really didn't require, or he didn't really put any effort into his acting. But it doesn't really matter because some of the fight scenes were actually pretty good. Let's see. Now Wonder Woman. What I didn't like about this movie, Wonder Woman. Um, she had she fought in the movie, but I mean, she could have done more fighting. I feel like they could have put her in more fighting situations or had more screen time, more fight scenes. Like I don't know, man. I mean, I don't want it to sound like I'm just nitpicking or just criticizing every little thing about Justice League, but I'm just pointing out the cons, the bad things I didn't like about it. Now, we'll talk about the good things. Let's talk about the good thing. The good thing is that there were plenty of fights. There was a fight like right off the bat in the beginning of the movie, and that was cool. You know, um, some of the fights kind of reminded me of like the Man of Steel fights in that movie. So that was kind of cool. Let's see. Without spoiling, what else can I say? I mean, Aquaman, I guess was okay. He was all right. I mean, the movie did kind of deliver what it said to deliver. It was a movie about the DC superheroes teaming up to fight this evil threat, which was Steppenwolf. And by the way, I didn't even know who the fuck Steppenwolf was. I guess he's in the DC universe, but I didn't even know who he was. I never read about him. I never read any comics with him in them, so that was kind of cool that they got a villain that was really obscure like that, not very well known, like like Lex Luthor or Darkseid, more of the well known like DC villains. But Steppenwolf, I actually like this villain. He's actually kind of cool. Now, what else should I talk on? I don't know. I mean, it would. If you're a DC fan and you like the DC universe and you're into Justice League and Batman and Superman, you're a fan of all those characters, then yeah, go watch it, man. I mean, of course, it could have been better, but it was a good movie. My nephew liked it. He said it was good. Of course, there's always mixed reviews and judgment on these like big hyped up movies. Like, which I'm pretty sure like the Avengers is gonna have like the same fucking mixed reviews when it comes out, the Infinity War saga or whatever. Um, but yeah, man, overall it was a good movie. Again, the movie's like 2 hours long, so it drags a lot. I mean, maybe like half an hour it drag. More than that. I mean, it is possible to make a movie like this and flesh out the story in less than 2 hours. I'm telling you guys. If they ever do that, maybe cut it down to like an hour and a half. The story is still gonna be good, It's just not gonna be dragging all that much, like it does with like a lot of these Marvel movies, man. Marvel, DC, they all fucking drag a lot, man. Like it's like they have to be at least 2 hours or close to 2 hours. It's almost like required or mandatory for these movies to be that long, and I'm sort of sick of that shit, man. Because I don't know. I mean, that's what makes these movies drag a lot, man. And if they just like cut these movies short, it wouldn't really be an issue. So yeah, Justice League is good. It's worth checking out. Go watch it in the theaters. If you don't feel like spending money to go watch it in theaters, I would recommend you guys watch it on movie app, or if you can watch it on there for free or whatever. I know people have already seen it without going to theaters, but it's your choice. But yeah, Justice League, I recommend it. I recommend you guys go watch it. Or if you don't really care about watching it right now, you can wait until the Blu-ray comes out, DVD, Netflix. Yeah, it's pretty good. Well, one thing I gotta say though about like Gal Gadot, in this movie, her acting seemed kind of like, I don't know, man. Like her acting wasn't as good, like as in Wonder Woman. It wasn't as good in this movie. I mean, it really wasn't. I mean, it felt forced. I felt like she was trying too hard with her acting. It just didn't feel natural. Wonder Woman, at least in that movie, she put more emotion into her acting, and I don't know, man. In this movie, it just felt like they were phoning it in, or they was just not really trying, but it doesn't really matter because this is Justice League. This is an action movie, and there are a lot of special effects. There are quite a bit of fight scenes, and that's what everybody wanted to see, and that's what the movie did. So that's what made the movie good for me. And I don't know what you guys think about Justice League. You guys liked it? You guys hated it? You guys regret even paying to see it? I mean, I'm sort of a DC fan. I'm not really a big DC fan or Marvel fan. I guess I'm a Marvel fan too, but I'm not like a die-hard DC fanboy or DC Marvel, fanboy. But I do enjoy watching. I do watch a lot of like DC and Marvel movies. I play Marvel vs. Capcom. I play a lot of the Marvel fighting games, Injustice, and all those fighting games. So I guess I would consider myself somewhat of a fan. But yeah, man, go check out Justice League, and if you want, I'm not forcing anybody. This video is just about my opinions on it. So, yeah, I will talk to you guys later, alright? Peace.